What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? What's going on? Now today is February 27th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we're going to start off here in Washington, D.C., and we will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. I hope you enjoy. Here we go.
Hello, Agent.
All right, now starting off at the top, we have the Kingbreaker. This is the named TKB with perfect flatline. Now this one comes with accuracy, but because it is a named item, you can easily just recalibrate that bottom attribute to whatever it is you want, and you are good to go. Now, not only that, but the assault rifle damage is so high that when you recalibrate the accuracy off, you'll have two near max attributes, and then you can just optimize that health damage to max. The Kingbreaker is an amazing assault rifle. Top tier is an understatement. Anyways, moving on. M1928 with swap speed and optimist. Following that, we have a Born Great. This is the named assault rifle with perfect stabilize, and this week it comes also with accuracy. And finally, for the weapons, we have a Police Magnum with magazine size and steady-handed. Looking at the gear items, we have an Araldi Holdings backpack with skill damage, skill haste, and galvanize. And finally, a Golden Gear chest piece with hazard, explosive resistance, and spotter. Ooh, interesting. Might go for like a hazard armor region spotter, like a tank build. That could work. This is a pretty nice chest piece. All right, looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.4, drone armor repair 6.4, turret burn damage 4.2, and sticky bomb skill haste of 4.1. Now, must buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops vendor: the Kingbreaker for sure, and maybe look at the Golden Gear chest piece. You could actually put those two together. Put the Golden Gear spotter with the Kingbreaker and get that 35% amplified damage. Now, these other two vendors are in Washington, D.C. and New York City, but I'm going to go ahead and show you here while I'm at the base. And the first one being the Countdown vendor. Okay. Now, the three items you can get from the Countdown vendor this week, we have the Carnage. This is the named Negev with perfect sadist, and this week it comes with crit hit damage. However, these attributes are high enough to where you could just recalibrate that crit hit damage off for, say, armor damage, and then you could optimize the LMG and damage targets at a cover. This is a great LMG. Put it together with a Ridgeway's Pride chest piece and the Anarchist cookbook with Perfectly Wicked, and this LMG will do wonders. Following that, we have the Everyday Carrier. This is the named Bellstone Armory chest with Perfectly Efficient, and this week it comes with hazard and skill damage. This is a great chest piece to pick up, and let me tell you why. So, with Title Update 20 and the start of Year 5 Season 3, we were given the new feature Instant Heals or Instant Medkits. Now, these Instant Medkits will only give you 25% of your armor instead of a full medkit that would give you 100% of your armor. Now, with that being said, if you use a instant medkit, you're able to trigger Perfectly Efficient. So you can keep hitting those instant heals over and over, and with Perfectly Efficient, it has a 75% chance of it not consuming, and then you can keep healing yourself over and over. Not only that, but with this chest piece, you could just recalibrate the skill damage off for, say, armor regen or crit or anything like that, and then go for like a tank hazard region build and then use those instant medis, you will love it. Moving on, we have the Glory Days. This is the named P416 with perfect nearsighted. And this one comes with max health damage and swap speed. Now, this is a great assault rifle for new and returning players. It is a laser beam because of that 100% stability. And these attributes are very good. The only thing I would do is just recalibrate that swap speed off for damage targets at a cover or damage to armor, and you are good to go. All right. And that is it for the countdown vendor. Let's run over here to the clan vendor. Now remember, the DoD Disciples of Doom, we are on all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. So hit me up on Discord if you are interested in joining the clans. And we do have private Discord servers for each of those clans. So again, hit me up on Discord and we will put you on the list. Okay. Yo, what up, Stinger? I see you. Now here is your clan vendor. Starting off at the top with the Chainkiller. This is the named Walker and Harris chess piece with perfect Headhunter. And this week it comes with Headshot and Hazard. This is perfect. I would pick this one up immediately and just recalibrate the Hazard off for crit chance. Go crit chance and Headshot for your perfect Headhunter, and it's perfect. I'm telling you. Put this with a great headshot build, either with a pistol, maybe, I don't know. There's a bunch of different ways you could do this one. But pick this chess piece up right now, the Chainkiller. For the gear set items, we have a Umbra mask with near max explosive resistance, Hunter's Fury backpack with hazard, and a Hunter's Fury chess piece with health. Looking at the high-end items, we have a Vector SBR 9mm with health damage and steady-handed, following a SOCOM M1A with flatline and accuracy, and finally for the weapons, a military G36 with overflowing and crit hit damage. Looking at the gear items, we have a Wyvern. Wow. This is actually a pretty good pair of knee pads. So if you like using skill builds or you're looking for a different combination for your skill build, this is a great pair of knee pads for that. This one comes with skill damage and skill haste, and if you equip this one item, you also get the brand set bonus of skill damage from the Wyvern Wear brand set. So this is a pretty good pair of knee pads. Definitely check it out if you are using a skill build. After that, we have China Light chess piece with empathic resolve, max skill damage, and hazard. Fenris knee pads with crit hit damage and skill damage. And Wyvern backpack with skill haste, crit chance, and overclock. Looking at the mods, we have protection. Ooh, what? All right. Stop what you're doing. Check this out, okay? If you are new or returning to the game, you need to pick up a handful of these. Probably, I would say, what, 5 of these, maybe 6? The reason being is this is the highest you will see protection from elites unless you get the godly 13%. Me personally, I think I only have one 13% protection from elites mod ever. And if you have a 13% protection from elites mod, just let me know in the comments. It is super rare. Not only that, but a lot of people don't even have 12% protection from elites. So that's why I'm going to say again, pick up at least 5 of these, because you can put it on the chill out mask or the improvised knee pads, gloves, or holster, and you're able to run full protection from elites. Remember that the max for protection from elites is 80%. So you need to pick up quite a few of these to reach that 80%. But again, pick it up right now. Clan vendor, protection from elites mod, 12%. Pick it up right meow. All right. Moving on. We have a crit hit damage mod 10.7, crit chance 4.7, and hive duration of 4.5. Now, must buys, things to look for from the clan vendor, the Chainkiller, the Wyvern knee pads, and the protection from elites mod. All right.
Great dealing with you.
That is it from the clan vendor and the base of ops. Now it's time to go west and we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. Let's get it. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing. We do daily division content, so you might want to ring that notification bell. That way you don't miss a single division video. But all right, here we are at the campus settlement. Big money, big money, big money, no whammies.
Are you looking to make a deal?
Nice, nice. And this is a really good mask. The Punch Drunk mask. This goes perfect with the Chain Killer that I just showed you. This is such a good combination. The Punch Drunk gives you headshot and it has crit chance. The Chain Killer I just showed you had headshot and you can put crit chance on it. Not only that, but the Headhunter was all about headshots. And the Punch Drunk right here is all about headshot damage. Now, not only that, but you can pick up one or two of these and have one with max weapon damage and have the other one with max armor. That way you can mix and match and put them with different builds. But this is a great mask to go with that chest piece. Like, this is a good combination. I'm liking this. Very strong vendor reset so far. I dig it. Following that, we have a M700 Tactical with health damage and killer. Infantry MG5 with health damage and optimist. Looking at the gear items, Uzina Getica mask with crit chance and hazard. This is a good mask. It has decent armor. It comes with crit and hazard. So you could either go for hazard or you could go for straight crit, or you could keep both and just change that armor to a weapon damage core. But either way, that's a good mask. I like it. And finally, a Golden Gear holster with headshot and weapon handling. Actually, the Golden Gear, if you are looking for like a headshot armor regen build, this is a good one. All you have to do is recalibrate the weapon handling off for armor regen. You are good to go. And finally, the mods, we have Repair Skills 16.6, Chem Launcher Duration 4.2, Hive Duration 4.1, Pulse Cone Size 6.4, and Trap Duration of 4.1. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the campus settlement, the Punch Drunk mask. Most definitely pick up this mask. It is a great mask. And the Uzina mask, actually. Using one piece gives you total armor, so you could use this one for like a double crit and high armor, or the 3-piece gives you hazard, so you could keep the hazard on here and then just go with like a hazard crit type of build. All right.
Where would I be?
That is it for the campus settlement. Now it's time to go to our Dark Zone vendors, starting with Dark Zone West. West! Let's go! All right, now remember about all of these Dark Zone vendors. You have to have DZ resources to purchase anything from these vendors. So to double check your DZ resources, go to your inventory, toggle over to resources, and go down to your keys. And just above that, you will see your Dark Zone resources. For example, I only have 172 out of 999, so if I find anything I want to get more Dark Zone resources to purchase, whatever item it is, I have to go into the Dark Zone, either pick up the little blue boxes that give Dark Zone resources, or I have to deconstruct my contaminated items in my bag and then extract them for the DZ resources. But either way, that's how you get them. All right. Now let's go to DZ West. West. And here we are. Big money, big money, big money. Starting with the Everlasting Gaze. This is the name rifle with perfect perpetuation. And this one comes with headshot, which is what you want with this rifle. So it's a pretty good one. You can put this one with a status build. And remember that headshots will grant you 50% more status damage and duration. That's really good. Following that, we have a Black Market SCSG 12 with damage targets out of cover and perpetuation, and a military MK17 with health damage and flatline. Looking at the gear items, we have Negotiator's Dilemma gloves with weapon handling, Heartbreaker knee pads with repair skills, Fenris gloves with, wow, decent weapon damage, headshot, and explosive resistance. This is a good pair of gloves. I would just recalibrate the explosive resistance off for, say, crit chance. And finally, Badger Tough knee pads with max crit hit damage and health. Looking at the mods, we have Armor on Kill 15.1k, Seeker Mine +1 cluster, Shield Health 4.1, Firefly +1 max target, and Decoy Health of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look for from DZ West. The Everlasting Gaze is good for status builds, and the Fenris Gloves is pretty good, especially if you want to use that for headshots. All right, that's it for DZ West. Let's take our talents down south to the Dark Zone South. Let's get it. All right, let's see. Let's see. And here we are, DZ South. And starting with the Grudge. This is the named Banshee SMG with Perfect Vindictive. And this week it comes with headshot damage. Following that, we have an AUG SMG with health damage and vindictive, followed by the F2000 with reload speed and strained, and finally the Prophet with crit chance and perfect determined. Looking at the gear items, we have hardwired backpack with skill haste, Hunter's Fury chest piece with skill damage, Badger Tough backpack with versatile, explosive resistance, and repair skills, and finally Alp Summit chest piece with status, hazard protection, and spark. Looking at the mods, we have crit chance 4.4, drone duration 6.4, turret skill haste 6.1, and sticky bomb blast radius of 4.7. Now, must buys from DZ South. I wouldn't really recommend anything from DZ South. All right. Now, before we go to DZ West, let's make a pit stop over here to the Castle Settlement. Now, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, support the channel, and let me know what you think in the comments section below. Here's Ransom. Don't forget to pet the dog. Hey, buddy. Aw. Nice. Oh, I can do it again. What up? Oh, look at that. Just tried to pet me. Or just tried to shake my hand. Oh, snap. Oh, he just jumped at me. Ransom. Oh, Ransom's barking. What? Yo, there's so many new interactions with Ransom. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I said boy. I think Ransom's a female dog. All right, here we go. Castle Settlement. Starting with the Darkness. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect eyeless. And this week it comes with magazine size. Following that, we have a SOCOM MK20 with stability and behind you for the talent. And finally, a classic M60 with magazine size and preservation. Looking at the gear items, we have Habsburg Guard mask with skill damage and status effects, and a Heliguard holster with status effects and crit hit damage. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 16.4, chem launcher and snare duration 7.6, hive healing 4.0, pulse health 14.9, and trap shock radius of 5.7. Must buys from the Castle Settlement. I'm going to say a no. Negative. Not gonna happen. Moving on. Alright, our last Dark Zone vendor is going to be DZ East. Now remember, I fast traveled to the Alpha checkpoint. That way I can just exit the checkpoint just like this. And the vendor is right here. That way I don't go to the main entrance and have to run all the way from there. Alright, here we go, DZ East. Starting with the Carnage. This is the named Negev with Perfect Sadist. And this one comes with health damage. Following that, we have a Paratrooper SVD with swap speed and lucky shot. A Negev with swap speed and eyeless. Looking at the gear items, we have Negotiator's Dilemma mask with crit hit damage. Not bad. Ongoing Directive holster with status effects. That's actually really good. Palisade Steelworks mask with explosive resistance and skill haste. And finally, Overlord Armaments holster with health and crit chance. Looking at the mods, we have skill haste 10.3, Chem Launcher Damage 4.2, Hive Health 7.8, Pulse Health 15.1, and Trap Duration of 4.2. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ East. The Negotiators with crit hit damage is good, and the Ongoing Directive with status effects is also very strong. All right. That's it for DZ East. Let's make our way to the theater. The theater! This is our last step before going to New York City. So here we go. Last stop, vendor, the theater. Starting with the lefty, with really, really bad attributes. However, with the lefty being a named weapon, you already know that you cannot change the talent. So what I would do is just recalibrate that swap speed off for damage to targets at a cover, and then just optimize those other attributes, and you can make this one maxed out before you know it. Very good for, like, say, the raid, the incursions, PvE content, stuff like that. The lefty is very good. Moving on, we have a military M870 with magazine sizing and preservation, and a classic M1A with sledgehammer and crit chance. Looking at the gear items, we have Bellstone Armory gloves with hazard and health, and finally Sokolov Concern knee pads with health and skill haste. Looking at the mods, we have Shock Resistance 8.5, Seeker Mine +1 cluster, Shield Holstered Regeneration 4.2, Firefly Damage 5.8, and Decoy Duration of 6.0. Now, must-buys from the theater, the lefty's not bad. If you need it, you can pick it up. And the Bellstone Armory gloves are good only if you recalibrate that health off for armor regen, then go regen hazard. That's a good combination. All right.
Always a pleasure, Agent.
That is it for Washington, D.C. Now it is time to go to New York City and the Haven settlement. Now we only have 2 vendors remaining. We have Marco at the top of the escalator, and then Roy Benitez.
Safe area entered.
All right. Now, if you found this video helpful or informative, make sure you hit the like, support the channel. Here we go. Marco.
Thanks for trading.
Starting with the MP5, this one with optimal range and perpetuation. Following that, we have a military M60 with optimal range and flatline, a Resolute MK47 with rate of fire and sledgehammer, and finally a PX4 Storm Type T with damage targets at a cover and fast hands. Looking at the gear items, we have a Chinalite chest piece with spotter, hazard, and skill haste, Suska knee pads with headshot and weapon handling, and Alp Summit mask with armor regen and hazard. Interesting. I'm actually gonna I'll look at that one. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 15.6, blind def resistance 8.5, turret burn damage 4.1, firefly +1 max target, and sticky bomb burn duration of 4.0. Now must buys from Marco. I wouldn't say any must buys, but for that Alps mask, if you want to put that on, like, say, an armor regen, repair skills build, you know, just saying. Every time you use repair skills, you get hazard. Just saying. Okay, moving on. And our last vendor of the video, Roy Benitez. But wait, make sure you pet the dog, all right? Pet the dog. And for this one, interact with the dog twice. The first one you just pet, and the second one is random. So let's see what the doggy does. I'm going to say he's going to try to roll over. Let's see. See what happens. And... oh. Oh, he almost tried to roll over. I dig it. All right. And finally, Roy Benitez. Here we go.
How can I help you?
Starting with the MP5A2 with armor damage and ignited. Following that, we have a Model 700 with health damage and ranger, a KSG shotgun with damage targets at a cover and future perfect, and finally a Prophet with reload speed and perfect determined. Looking at the gear items, we have a Badger Tough backpack with armor regen repair skills in Energize, Providence Defense knee pads with weapon handling and skill haste, and finally Wyvern Wear mask with armor regen and skill haste. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.1, skill duration 8.4, Seeker Mind +1 cluster, Chem Launcher duration 4.1, and Decoy Health of 6.0. Now, must buys from Roy Benitez. Actually, this Wyvern mask is really good for a skill build. Just recalibrate the armor regen off for skill damage, and you are good to go. Okay.
Thanks.
And that's it for your weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, February 27th. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing and let me know what you think in the comments section below. But finally, shout out where you're from. It's always cool to see where everyone's from. But all right, everyone. Hope you have a great day. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.